Good morning, Otaku Squad. It's your boy Roman and Gamer Anime 343 back at it once again. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about the absolute dismal state of gaming as of late. I mean, freaking here in the West, we're actually getting some of the crappiest video games possible due to, people actually saying we need to be more quote unquote inclusive and stuff like that. I can't even actually think anymore. It's just ridiculous. People are always actually, complaining about the state of like we need to actually, be more inclusive to other people. When all we want is just good quality entertainment, not be forced to actually deal with certain issues. And I don't even know. Anyway, I've actually sent the links out to my Discord server and my also over on Twitter, but not really sharing it publicly because I really don't want to deal with the influx of people trying to push narratives against me, of course. But oh boy, it's just been so freaking crazy. I mean, especially when you got like the GTA remastered edition. I mean, I really gotta respect Pirate Canvas and his review about that. I mean, it's just so horrible that they actually have to, not actually be able to make new video games or create something original. No, instead they have to destroy things just so they can actually make us miserable as they are. Really, this is just really sad. In fact, the reason why I kind of actually did this whole thing is because it's been a while since I last done a um morning live stream. And I just woke up. Not really freaking tired or anything. Just gotta wait for some of the guests to show up if they actually haven't shown up yet. And the waiting game shall begin. Great, now I'm actually having Redness voice in my head. uh oh god. But all in all, guys, I just actually wanted to let you know that why can't we actually enjoy video games as it is? Oh yeah, I totally agree with you, dude. Freaking gaming was supposed to be about fun, gameplay, interesting stories, and characters. Now gaming has to be inclusive and has to tick off the woke check marks to get reviews from woke games journalism. Yeah, I totally agree. Sky Chaser is just absolutely freaking ridiculous. Especially when you actually have like all these like people like over on Reset Era that don't really play video games or watch anime like we do. All they do is just sit there and just whine about like beautiful women actually being so freaking scantily clad and badass as hell, or like oh gays are actually too violent. They're actually causing people to actually be freaking gamer incels and stuff like that. Bitch, please. We actually know how to actually handle Fisher for reality. There's a there's a distinct line between the two. Okay? There's a line between freaking fiction and reality. We can correlate that. But you see, people are always trying to actually find ways to actually blame gamers. Like, freaking GamerGate. Don't even get me started on that. Because, yay, yay. Man, that is really freaking messed up as hell. Hopefully, if hopefully I'll actually have some guests here, if possible. They just have to freaking wait and see what happens because I just hope they actually got my memo. It's just super ridiculous that we actually have to pander to these freaking crazies on the internet, including social media, because A, we're actually in the state of trying to actually pander to wokies, and B, we just want to have fun. I mean, seriously, we just want to have fun. We want to have an escape. We don't want politics forced down our throats 24/7, 365. And Apathetic Black Queen, welcome. It's actually good having you on. And oh, I'm actually talking about the sorry state of video games because God forbid we actually have to freaking deal with these wokies trying to actually infiltrate our fandoms and our escapisms, including video games and anime and other things, including comics, because we actually have to pander to these feminists because feminists, they just want control over the narrative, and it's just freaking ridiculous. Okay, Taylor. Hmm. Well, it's actually good having you on here. So, what all I gotta say is, I just hope my usual suspects of guests will actually be here because I did send a link to them over there. So, anyway, back at it. Oh, that sucks. I was actually hoping to do a live morning stream, and turns out that Dio's still at work. God damn it. Oh. Yeah, yeah, I freaking hate The Last of Us 2. Especially when it comes to Abbyzilla, or as Dio would call her, freaking, man bear pig. You know, ugh. I seriously hate that character so much. Oh, but you actually have to like her, otherwise you're actually a sexist, racist, homophobe, or a transphobe at that too, because she's supposed to be transgender. Oh God, why do people always actually have to freaking find the stupidest things to ever freaking just bitch about? Oh, we're actually talking about the dismal state of video gaming. You know, since most of us actually happen to be gamers, including myself. I mean, I've been into video games ever since I was a little kid. I mean, I used to grow up playing Street Fighter, freaking all the other types of games. But I just hope that Japan doesn't actually bend the knee when it comes to game making. Because yeah, I just actually saw your message there, Dio. I understand that you're still at work, and hopefully if you actually get out early enough before the end of the live stream, I'll be sure to actually let you on here. Oh, seems that I'm actually stuck here all by myself, trying to actually. Yeah, exactly. Friggin' the games journals usually would side with people like freaking Brianna Wu, Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, and all these other GamerGate crybabies. They're trying to say that, oh, GamerGate's responsible for this, it's responsible for that. No, it's actually just, a blanketed boogeyman that they created so that way they can actually blame it on something without freaking owning up to their own mistakes. It's just absolutely fucking stupid. Yeah, remember to let your passions burn brightly. Oh, definitely, dude. Well, I hope you have a good day at work. Yeah, I wish I could have actually had you on board, but, hopefully we'll have DD here, if possible. It's just that, at least, with Japanese games, at least they have more creativity. They focus on, relatable characters, good storylines, some pretty cool action and stuff like that. But these cuts over at Reset Era and all these other sites, they try to freaking trash it and say that's bad. It's actually horrible. They're actually making men into misogynistic, man hating. I mean, women hating monsters and stuff like that. Oh no 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 no. Not true. Not true. I respect women. These people are just looking for whatever scapegoat they can use against other people as a way of actually saying, "Oh my God, you're so horrible. You're so misogynistic." It's ridiculous, guys. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Sonic Sky Chaser. They also trash games that don't have bullshit in it and focus on funding gameplay. Yeah, and I understand that High Guardian Spice focuses on transgenderism, LGBT plus symbolism, all as a guise of a anime per se. No, if it was anime inspired, then like Steven Universe or anything like that, that's a different story. But instead, what did they do instead of giving the money to Japan? They actually decided to use the money to actually create something that's actually a complete trash fire. Oh, it is actually just freaking ridiculous. Just hoping that, I can actually get some guests on board. And I'll be right back. Yeah, that non-binary thing on social media. Also, High Guy Spice ending was a blatant copy for the intro of Azumanga Daioh. Yeah, I totally agree. I've actually been hearing about that. In fact, I actually watched it in a video made by Vera Dark. She actually brought up some really good points about how this particular anime is actually ripping off of other anime. Like, it actually has same face syndrome. It's unoriginal. The artwork is not good. Heck, I'm actually planning on doing my own magical girl series, but I want to serve it as a love letter to actual Japanese anime, but also poking fun at both High Guardian Spice and Magical Girl Friendship Squad. That's another Magical Girl series that I really want to rip on so bad. I mean, you think that freaking High Guardian Spice was horrible? Magical Girl Friendship Squad is actually way worse. And I bet you guys probably might have forgot about that abomination. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Actually, let me go see if I can do something real quick. Okay, I'm back. Magical Girl Friendship Squid is making me sick. Oh, I'm definitely gonna be poking fun at both that and High Guardian Spices by freaking Magical Murder Trap Texas because that's kind of like my own little project that I'm working on, and I wanted to actually, serve it as an homage to it's like a much more violently sexualized graphic depiction of magical girls, but with like a little bit of a twist of the boys and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, that's why I actually avoid that series like it's the freaking plague. Yeah, I just had to share my link with some other people as well in case they actually might be interested in checking me out. Yeah, in fact, this is actually just completely freaking stupid that, people are actually thinking that if you actually watch Redo of Healer, per se, or if you actually watch other type of etchy anime, then you're actually a man hating, you're a man hating misogynistic pig who actually prefers, anime. I seriously hate anime with a freaking purple passion, guys. Straight up. People like that just make me sick. It's just ridiculous that we actually have to pander to these freaking idiots on social media, especially when it comes to anime, because he is pro kick dick. And basically, he even actually hated on John, and basically, he actually starts ripping on Nick Rekieta, who's actually been, trying to help Vic Mignogna with this whole defamation case. Because, A, we all know that, Vic is innocent. B, we've been at these people for 2 years straight, and nothing has actually come up. Oh, God. It's about to be 3 years come January, because basically, it's just ridiculous. People really need to learn. Oh, you mean Mother's Basement? Ugh, fucking hate that guy too. He always loves to harp on SAO, and this is why I actually stand against so-called elitists. Because basically, these types of people can get fucked. Straight up. Oh, yeah. I really gotta agree with you, Bobby. Those fake gamers and fake fans on Twitter are the true racists, the true sexists, the true misogynists, and the true just incels. 100%, man. 100%. Because basically, these people don't even know how to have a good time. We actually just prefer, wanting something to have fun with, not force, some gender identity, force like woke politics or anything like that. These people are like the AOCs, the freaking Chuck Schumers, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Joe Bidens, the Kamala Harrises. I'm not trying to actually delve deep into politics or anything because I'm not a political channel. I'm just an apolitical libertarian who actually, wants free speech not to be trampled on. Oh, guys. Time for my SJW deterrent. I'm so enjoying this because any chance I get, I wear this. There we go. And back at it. Oh, good lord. Gina Carano's actually going to be in the freaking Hunter Biden movie. Oh my god. That is going to freaking just melt some brains, I tell you. As you can tell, I usually like wearing my Ahiga hoodie just so I can actually piss off these so-called, social justice weirdos. Hey, Kikara Bubba, I let the link to my I left the link in the Council of Weebs and also in the thingy, both by Discord and in my Council of Weebs. So, and hey, Brilliant Shadow, hopefully everything's all good with your end. If not, then hey, just having you here is just pretty good, man. In fact, I've already left the link for this. If you guys want to come and join me, I left it in both the Council of Weebs and on my Discord server under General. Yeah, Animat was way worse than Animat leftist politics. Yep. I always actually hate, when freaking anti-tubers actually try to pander to the freaking wokies trying to actually say that, oh, we need to be more inclusive in this. We need to actually show more appreciation for this. Seriously? No. No, 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 no. Fucking no. Absolutely not. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Friggin' these SJWs are true domestic terrorists with bad life choices, horrible childhood, and daddy issues. Yes, baseball. Just these people don't understand that we, as a society, don't care about politics. Hold on, we got a guest. Oh, we got Kikara Bubba. Hello, Bubba.
What's up?
Hey, not much, man.
I just got home from work. I saw you were live. I was watching. I'm sitting out in the driveway. I got a notification for another video, and I saw where you were live. I'm like, whoa, yeah. Yeah, no, long time no see, man. It's been a little crazy the last few weeks.
Yeah, I hear ya. Besides, how's life treating ya?
That's why it's been crazy. Now, man, I'm telling you, I need a new fucking job.
So how's the search going?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, you remember the pod race in episode 1? You remember that one dude that got off to a real good start, and then we watched Sebulba scrag him into the. Never mind. My point is that I'll get there. I will find new employment, and I'm not going to settle. In the meantime, the people I work for have decided, in their infinite wisdom, to. Now, I was told when I started this gig it was going to be Monday through Friday. They lied to me about that. And then they just recently, but at least they had me, on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights off, and so I'm like, okay, not terrible. So then they've taken my Thursdays off right before the damn holidays, meaning since Christmas and New Year's are both on a Saturday, and my Thursday, of course, next Thursday is Thanksgiving. That means right before the motherfucking holidays, these jackass shitbags decided that I don't get any holidays off this year. They already fucking made me work the 4th of July. This is getting fucking tarded. But anyway, okay, I'm done. I'm done. We can talk about video games now.
Yeah, I was just actually freaking bitching about like how freaking video games are like being like poorly made and like how many freaking bad these games are these days, especially here in the West. And like if an Easter game comes out like Project Eve, with the freaking Buttgate type thing, like you can't actually have a good looking badass woman be a protagonist because God forbid, these freaking like freaking wokest libtards actually will
Yep.
sit there on social media or on freaking Reddit era. They'll just actually sit there and try to actually say, "Oh, this is actually bad. We need to get rid of this."
And see, that's the thing. My problem is not so much that these morons try to cancel people or companies for every little thing. My problem is how these companies and their sponsors take these morons seriously. I don't understand when somebody says something. I'm sitting there at the I was in the GameStop. It was last night, and there was this game I don't even know. I don't even know what it was called, but it looked like a cross between Neopets and My Little Pony. And I picked it up, and I didn't realize I said this out loud, but I picked it up. I'm like, what in the gay is this? Anyway, apparently I said that out loud, and there was this guy like standing there. I mean, you would have thought I just insulted his ancestors. Like, I'm thing is that anybody that knows me knows that I'll say something like that. I ain't got anything against gay people. Hell, that game was too flamboyant for most of the gay people I know. That looked absolutely ridiculous. But these people are so damn sensitive. They just every little thing they want to drag your name through the mud for. And if you've ever said one little thing that they disagree with, well, you ain't allowed to have any success. Forget being rich and famous. You ain't allowed to have a fucking job at the McDonald's. If the McDonald's doesn't leave your ass stranded on the side of the damn road, then anyway. I'm kind of in soapbox mode. I've been to work all night. I'm a little irritable, and now we're talking about something I'm passionate about. And I will tell you, I have also been like hardcore, on a Breath of the Wild bender here lately. And I got all depressed when I realized my last save point was from 2019. I never actually beat the game, and I started out at the job post I'm at, and that was back in 2019. And since I've been stuck out there, I ain't really been playing video games, and so I've been kind of defiant. And anyway, so yeah, no. So which company are we talking about specifically this time?
Any company that actually has a tendency to actually freaking pander to the Wokies. Hey, Matt, what's going on?
Hey,
Howdy, Matt. What is up?
Oh, nothing much. Just had a really good talk with Omega Dude about giant robots.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and also I just want to talk about the state of crappy games that we're getting here in the West.
Oh yeah,
especially when it came to the freaking
fuck the AAA gaming industry. Good God, reject AAA, embrace indie.
Well, that depends on the indie, though. That depends on the indie company. Some of these people, I mean, that's the thing. If the indie company makes something based, and they have put out, been straightforward, well, this is about, such and such diversity. We're making it like this, at least they're honest about it. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, so support them because they're honest about their wokeness. They are honest about their mission, their goal. But it's the ones that try to sneak it in, and when you confront them about it, say, "Oh no, if you're seeing that, if you're offended by it, then that means you're a bigot." Those are the ones. Those are the ones I want to knock off a cliff, King Leonidas style.
Oh no! If it were up to me, I would. And Matt, you better have the clip ready for this.
Hang on. Let me. Hang on.
Bobby Campbell, the apathetic Black Queen. Hello to both of you. Oh, Bleeding Shadow. What's up, man? I just checked the comments.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I was talking to Matt.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. You know what I'm going to do with these guys?
Ready.
Take them to Detroit.
I never get tired of that part.
Nope.
What is that from, guys? I've heard y'all play that clip.
Kentucky Fried Movie?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh my god, it's so freaking hilarious. It's basically, it is raunchy as hell, but it's still a freaking good movie. And if you actually show that to a Wookiee, their brains would automatically explode.
Well, damn, now I gotta watch it.
It's actually got so much sex in it. It's got boobies. It's freaking unapologetic. It's hilarious as hell.
So are we talking like Joe Dirt meets Game of Thrones?
Oh, Joe Dirt meets Game of Thrones? Okay, you're getting the gears of my brain to rattling there, Geek Hero.
Well, no, I'm trying to find a baseline to compare it to, Oh, come on. Tell me you ain't ever wanted to see a shirtless redneck fuck a dragon. Wait, never mind.
Oh, man.
Besides, that is just too much of a classic right there. Go ahead. Tito's working, and I don't know if DD might be available.
Yeah, what's up with DD?
She kind of did a morning stream because, that was practically the most convenient time for us. And, sadly, it turns out that, Tito actually had to work. And, today's practically my day off, and I have to work tomorrow. Basically, I got to work Thanksgiving. which is pretty horrible because I got to work 6 days this week.
I know the feeling.
But at least
And
you're
yes,
actually
Bobby Campbell, SJWs are the true domestic terrorists.
Yeah, in fact, don't even get me started on Reset Era either.
Yeah, they call us domestic terrorists, so turnabout's fair play.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck Reset Era and fuck Reddit.
Because basically, also the CW Titans is bad. I mean, basically anything that's actually made by freaking Warner Brothers, CW, or any of these other types of stuff that they come in to destroy for the sake of inclusivity.
Yeah,
It don't even get me started.
CW, man. The CW is just garbage.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I decided in my infinite wisdom, I got bored at work last night. Anyway, the point is, I decided to finally go back and watch the DC Fandom trailers, but I didn't want to watch the whole 3.5 hour presentation. So I went and looked up everything they showed, and then I watched the trailers one by one. Now, I'll tell you, the Black Adam movie seems great. Pierce Brosnan as as Dr. Fate seems great. That character wasn't British, but Kent Nelson was not British, but I'll let it slide. And Hawkman was not black, but I like the actor. And they're gonna find some way to woke it all up anyway. So you know what? Why not? But then I saw the Peacemaker HBO Max series. Like I saw the preview for that, and they got John Cena, a spinoff from the Suicide Squad movie, and the Suicide Squad movie was good. What I'm pissed off about is how it was one thing having a few comic relief moments from a character like Peacemaker that's way too, he's way too serious, takes himself way too seriously. So it was funny having some nice comic relief moments. Then I saw what they did to Vigilante. Vigilante is another character in the DC universe. They have turned him into a generic Deadpool slapstick character. They have, we're talking about, this dude was a hardcore motherfucker, and they have turned him into the butt of every joke you can fucking imagine. I'm a little pissed off. Really. Okay, not a little. I'm like way pissed off. But yeah. Oh. Then of course you got the Arkham Knight or Arkham Knight, the what are the Gotham Knights games and the Suicide Squad games. Those, if somebody had announced those 5-10 years ago, I'd have been really excited. Now I'm really afraid.
Also, if you guys actually really enjoy Spider-Man, this is actually a very erotic version of Spider-Man. This is actually totally worth the read, and it's an indie.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you've already got yours?
Yep, I already got it.
Yeah, mine hadn't showed up yet.
Thing, dude.
Mine hadn't showed up yet. I got the cover that has the chick that got that doing the cosplay version of her. That's the cover I got.
Oh, nice. But yeah, this is actually freaking. Also, I'm planning on doing like an actual review of this, but I might have to do this over on my alternate channel because God forbid, if I actually did something like this on YouTube, they would actually freaking just yeet my ass.
Yeah, they like that. They like doing that.
Of course they like doing that. It's run by a goddamn Karen.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys keep talking. I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So now I've been left in charge to babysit. So this stream is now absolutely totally, undeniably boned because now you're playing in my court. Okay, now that I'm done with that bullshit. All right, so yeah, Matt, what you got?
Oh, nothing much. Just me gushing about giant robots and shit. Say, how about that Super Robot Wars 30?
I Are we talking about a manga, a show? I haven't.
Dude, it's on fucking Steam. You should get it if you can. It's
Okay.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't have Steam. I don't like, I don't like the thought of having no tangible games. I don't play online nearly enough for that anyway. I am a physical media kind of guy. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm kind of nuts. But when I have more reliable internet consistently, like right now, I'm on a cell phone. When I have more reliable internet consistently, I'll probably get a Steam account, work on getting some getting some online games and stuff going. But until then, I'm just kind of, I go over to my brother-in-law's, my sister and my brother-in-law's house to update all my systems once a month. So that's,
Yeah. But let me tell you about Super Robot Wars. It is the best damn fan fiction I've ever played, man. Especially
nice.
if you're a fan of giant-ass murder robots.
Sounds pretty kick-ass.
I mean, look at it this way. Super Robot Wars is everything Kingdom Hearts pretends to be.
And I haven't returned.
All right. Well, we didn't abuse the audience too much.
Huh.
Nah, we're not fucking SJWs.
I know. Basically,
No, we're not. We have not carnally laid with any SJWs.
that's just the thing I freaking hate most. Nobody asks if you say you're anti-SJW, then you're labeled an SJW hypocrite.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Basically, we're trying to actually state that common sense is something people really need.
Yeah. On the issue of the live-action Cowboy Bebop Netflix adaptation, crickets.
Okay. So hear me out. Now that they've gotten this, now that they've gotten their their woke ass live action remake, up and going. Now what they need to do is hire the most woke video game company out there, and they need to make a video game based off of it. And when it fails miserably, and it will, they need to call all of us bigots because we didn't buy that horse shit. And then they need to double down with a season 2. And then they need to double down again with another video game. Maybe even a comic book where it's not even art. They're using, still frames from the okay. I know this sounds like I don't have a point, but the point is pretty self-explanatory. This is their playbook. This is what they do. And they have no remorse for ruining everything that we love. They have absolutely no, qualms. And if you have a problem with it, you have to be a straight white incel racist man baby bigot. And God forbid you're anything but that, because then that just makes their whole minds implode. And so then, take all that I just said, and you've internalized it. You are the oppressed that's defending your oppressor, And I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody that thinks I'm oppressing anyone, obviously has not didn't see me the other night when I hit that deer with my car. Anyway, yeah, no, like the deer hit me, but I'm gonna stop whining now.
That's all good. Besides, this is our little
Hey,
chance.
Bobby Campbell. If anyone wants to know my pronouns, eat shit, go fuck yourselves.
Yep.
Oh,
Those are my pronouns.
no. I told somebody the other day. They asked me what. Yeah, they're trying to say, because I had said something, against the pronoun bullies, the junkies and whatnot. I'm talking to them. They're like, well, maybe, what if I asked you your pronouns? And I said, well, let me go get the dictionary, and we'll look up the pronouns, one at a time, because you seem to need a lesson in them. Yeah, no, they blocked me. Apparently, that's not what they meant. They didn't want an English lesson.
I too am anti-SJW, anti-far right, a huge fan of the First and Second Amendment, free speech, freedom, and I'm proud of it. Amen to that, dude.
We're in the company of actual freedom lovers.
Yeah, in fact, I'm an apolitical libertarian. Basically, if your freedom of speech doesn't trample on mine, then we Gucci. If your freedom of speech tramples on mine, then we have problems. By we, I mean you.
Yo, Mr. Anime, you seem to be muted a bit.
Really?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Huh.
I think yeah.
Good. I think it might be. Hold on. Yeah, so like I was trying to say is I'm an apolitical libertarian. If your freedom of speech doesn't trample on mine, we good. But if it does, then we have problems. And by we, I mean you.
Bingo.
Because
but you're a bigot if you don't want to hear everything that everybody has to say about how you should be presenting yourself as a he them whatchamacallit, then you're just a bigot.
You see, I just kind of find that people who actually use like gender pronouns, like, they, them, or like non-binary BS. Just makes me want to freaking blow my brains out. Besides.
Yeah, that's why my pronouns are eat shit, fuck off.
Yeah, but I like the way that Gino Carano did it. The bebop poop in her
Okay, all jokes aside, though, she stood up for herself and refused to back down. And you got guys like Dave Chappelle. Yeah, and you got guys like Dave Chappelle that, completely lash out at him to tell them how stupid they are. And he's making jokes. And they're not all good jokes. Some of the jokes he told aren't even funny. But the fact that he told them is what's funny. And, that's great. I'll tell you, being a fat white Christian male myself, that is indeed a Trump supporter. He made a lot of jokes in that last special, and all three of them actually, about me. And you know what I did when I heard those jokes? I fucking laughed because it was funny. And the thing is that if one cannot laugh about a joke, or at least excuse a joke made about themselves, or the demographic that they fit in, one is going to live a very miserable existence.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I really pity those people who can't really laugh at a good joke told at their expense, because, good Lord, I'm an Aspie. And you know what? And you know what I do? I laugh. Because, good Lord, I know what I am at the end of the day.
Exactamundo. Because basically, we actually just need to learn to actually, laugh at something and just, enjoy ourselves. Comedy is supposed to be satirical. And basically, if I could actually pull up the definition of satire and just, show it to you guys, then basically that could actually really poke holes in the logic of these, social justice weirdos.
But you see, these social justice weirdos do not like satire. They do
Well,
not
but see,
like
that's the problem. You can't pull up a definition in front of these fools because they will have the definition changed. That's what they do. The last 3 times we've used the dictionary against them. The most famous, most popular, oldest name that anybody knows off the top of their head is the Webster's Dictionary. They changed the definition to fit the woke leftist standard. And so, I mean, like I said, you ain't poking holes in anything because it's mush. You can't crush mush. You can't beat it. You can't kick it. You can't. There is nothing you can do. It is all just slimy, sloppy mush. That is what they're clinging to. That is what is in their heads. That is what is in their hearts.
I mean, it is said that arguing with
preachy today, guys. I'm sorry.
While difficult, is doable. But arguing with a dumbass SJW, whoo, that's an exercise of futility right there.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to.
Just...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, you go ahead because you actually were trying to say something. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, but anyway, that's the thing, though. I do have to admit, though, the whole reason why I got on Twitter in the first place was because I can't say the things to my coworkers that I want to say to them. So I say it to these fools on Twitter. I can't say the things to some of my relatives that I would like to say to them. So I take it out on these fools. I find somebody that absolutely just says something, the most asinine thing I can find, and I single them out, and I go, jab at the hornet's nest. Gets me on a 3 day to 3 week fight. I lay low for a minute or two because, well, frankly, it gets tiresome after a while, especially when they've repeated the same damn thing 14 times, and I've repeated the same damn thing 14 times because, they're not really bringing anything new to the table. And, but the thing is that it is, as Matt stated, an exercise in futility, but it is an exercise in futility for the right reason. If one treats it as fun, it's kind of like in Pirates of the Caribbean when Jack Sparrow, shoots at the monkey Jack, and he's undead, of course, and I'm gonna wrap this up. But when Jack Sparrow shoots the monkey Jack, and Mr. Gibbs says, "God, didn't you know that doesn't help?" And he does. Johnny Depp, of course, it helps me. That is what we're doing. We are shooting the undead monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At least it actually helps them.
Yeah, at least it's entertaining to us. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and basically, I just can't really stand all these, idiots on social media that just actually sit there and just cry about, we need to actually be more inclusive when it comes to certain things, whether it's actually anime, whether it's video games, whether it's, comic books. They just actually want to...
They keep people like us who have been fans for years because they are fucking shitheads.
Even if one is a brand new fan, I will take a brand new fan that walks into a new a new continuity to them. If they walk into that fandom respectful of those that came before them and respectful of the original source material, and I mean, and respectful of the heart and soul of it, I'll take them over anybody, even some of these people that claim to have been fans for decades. When you walk in to a fandom and you think this would be perfect, except for all these other fans need to go. This would be perfect if if its core values represented everything that I love and want. They're not real fans. If they cannot walk in and accept it with its scars, marks, and all, they are not real fans. And trying to exclude the people that never excluded them to begin with, and say it does happen. Say a lady tries to join a Star Wars fan club of some kind, and they laugh her out of the place, and they're dickhead jerks. Find another one, damn it. But don't go to another one. Don't go to that one and then have them, gather 6 more up and try to turn over the jackholes. Just leave them on their little island alone. I mean, that's the thing. I have never once seen, women or black people or Asian people, whatever. None of them that I know of have ever been excluded from anything that I've been into. It's okay to be a let's say a black gay trans comic book aficionado. Nobody gets onto them for that. And I live in Oklahoma. Nobody is, I mean, you got more people ready to make fun of you for being a comic book junkie than they do for any of the rest of it. And that's just the simple fact of it. For a split minute, the Big Bang Theory made everybody feel like they were geeks or nerds or whatever, And then once that hype was over, we had a whole bunch of normies that had invaded our space, didn't want to leave, and are still there, sitting there making fun of us for if not for our fandoms themselves, for the way we enjoy them. So, I mean, what we did. We failed to gatekeep when it mattered most. We were too inclusive. We let everybody in. And we don't want to get rid of people based on their race or based on their, their religion or based on their, whatever walk of life that they might come from. No, we just want to get rid of them based on their inability to let us fucking enjoy it.
Exactly.
So long story short, fuck the Big Bang Theory.
Again, I don't hate the show. I loved the show, but what the show represents is the problem. What it allowed, what it ushered in, the era that it ushered in is the problem.
Just like most shows that fucking end up with a bad, terrible fucking fandom.
Yeah.
And that's not even just
somebody's
video games as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's like the thing is that The Last of Us Part 1, I haven't even played The Last of Us games, either of them. But I look at the mastery, the work that went into The Last of Us Part 1. I've seen some videos of it. That looks like a damn good game.
It was
but
a
it's
damn
because
game. I personally played it myself.
Well, see, and that's the thing.
I don't care about The Last of Us. I never played either fucking game.
Well, but I'm agreeing with you actually, because what happened is half of the fandom from The Last of Us, they loved the game, but they got to thinking, we could pressure this company into taking it in a woke direction, and then we'll get what we want. And we'll get to stick it to all these video gamers, all these gamers, out here. And so they got what they wanted. And all the drive-by fans we're excited and happy, just like the Big Bang Theory, or any of these, any of these other properties, you know. So it's like gay Superman. Nobody cared whether Superman was gay or straight until suddenly they're like, well, Superman is bisexual. And it's not like I said, the people that are mad about Superman being bisexual, yeah, whatever. They can say, well, it's not Kal-El, it's not Clark. This is his son, John Kent. I'm like, his son, named after the farmer that raised him in Kansas, who, like a year ago in comic book time, was 11 years old and has been in some weird time vortex thing where he's now a 17-year-old boy, and he's exploring his sexuality, and he's been given the responsibility of the greatest target in 9 known galaxies, and it's right there on his chest, and he looks like his dad, but instead of him getting the health swamped out of him like Invincible, no, he's already just instantly better than his father. There is nothing that can touch him. He is instantly the greatest Superman that has ever flown the earth. And
no, he's not. There's plenty of versions of Superman that will demolish him.
Yes, that's very true. But you get my sarcasm. And the thing is that they, of course, they Mary Sue him right into the hot spot. And then what is the one thing Superman, the one weakness Superman always had that could not be overlooked, that could not be taken away? That's, of course, his beloved Lois Lane. So here, we got this. We're going to have his boyfriend intangible. He can, nothing can hurt him. Nothing can touch him. No bad guys can even put their hands on him. So now the one weakness that they always got Superman with, now they ain't even got that. Okay. Now, to a longtime fan like you or myself, we're thinking, oh God, all it would take is one psychic villain and a few Lex Luthor contraptions, and maybe some Joker gas, and or some Scarecrow fear toxin, and that little bastard would be screaming for mercy for the rest of his days while he wallowed in a pool of his own shit. But then we're the bad guys.
That's not even gonna work. How would you know that's even gonna work? What if he's intangible on that level too? These
trust me,
a lot of the abilities out there.
Yeah, they can.
They are.
They can do that. They can try. But the thing is that real imagination, and sometimes we do. We got to think like the villains. We've got to think, okay, how would you crack this proverbial egg for the, for that proverbial omelet? And so every time they throw out more bullshit, you can't be afraid. You can't be scared. You gotta dip your hand right in it and throw it right the fuck back.
Dude, I'm not afraid or scared. It's just that I really don't care enough to even figure out how I'm gonna beat you. I'm just gonna beat you in the long run, because I'm gonna figure it out in the middle of me trying to beat you, so it doesn't even matter. It's not even a villain type of thing. It's just me. Oh, I found your weakness. Boom. You're gone.
Yeah, just
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but that is, I mean, and I respect that's old school Superman mentality. No matter how hard it seemed, he somehow found a way to make it happen. And I mean, I get that. I'm a little bit more methodical on that. I like to plug holes in their or poke holes in their bullshit mentality. I like to show them just how flimsy everything really is, how their whole little world could collapse in a heartbeat, and but then again, my favorite part of comic books or of anything involving superheroes, I love the battle between good and evil. That is absolutely amazing, and nothing will ever replace that. But the one thing I love the most in all of comic book history are villain on villain battles, because those motherfuckers play for keeps. And yeah, like I love Venom the Madness, the 3-part miniseries where Venom and Juggernaut are literally trying to kill each other the whole fucking time. That is absolutely wanton destruction at its finest. But
Yeah.
I digress.
I actually really like that one, Venom versus Juggernaut. That was such a good ass idea. And comic books need to go back to their old, it needs to go back to the roots. And people saying, "Oh, fucking comic books is just fucking big muscular guys and big boobed women." Actually, the women is not. No, that's anime. You're thinking of anime. Anime has the big booby women. It's comic books that has the more masculine females. Especially today with this
Yeah.
feminism crap.
Oh yeah, no. I'll tell you, if they could get away, with making Captain Marvel a trans man, they would have already done it by now. They've pretty much drawn her like that, And of course, when I say Captain Marvel, I mean Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm drilling the point home for any SJWs that might happen upon this in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, pretty much. Like here's the thing about Captain Marvel. The character would be good if she wasn't used as a fucking political tool to piss people off so goddamn much.
Yeah, and basically, as much as I like the Legend of Korra here, but
I fucking love the Legend of Korra. Oh my fucking god, man.
Yeah, according to Apathetic Black Queen, it says
Korra's all right.
The Airbender show. Then Nickelodeon fucked it up with the Legend of Korra show.
Well,
I don't give a fuck what you say. I love Legend of Korra.
And see that's the thing. Korra was not a terrible show.
Hey, if you hear
in
some
fact,
assholes in the background, please don't mind that, okay? Fuck, they don't know how to keep their fucking mouth shut. Sorry.
But anyway, The Legend of Korra was not a bad show in my opinion. What I did, it started out cool enough, and the first 2 seasons, and I think I've only seen the first 2 seasons. I think I still need to go see 3 and 4, but anyway, or wherever it ended. But anyway, the thing is that I really like that show because it reminded me of Young Justice. But both, from what it looks like, The Legend of Korra and Young Justice both started going off the rails there, as they progressed further. And now Young Justice is toting that line, that woke line, and I'm trying to decide how much I still give a damn. At least Korra ended while it was still watchable.
Listen, man, let me say this. My problem with people hating on Korra is that every time they talk shit about Korra, they always referring to book 1 Korra to try to say, "Oh, Korra is a horrible character." Dude, she actually develops in the story.
Yeah.
Through book 1 to 4. It makes no sense for you to hate on the character as much as you do. Oh, because you keep looking back at book 1. I know that this show did not live up to the Avatar: The Last Airbender, but that doesn't mean the show sucked. That's like saying Dragon Ball GT sucked because it didn't live up to Z, and now Super's better. This is the same situation. Imagine they're gonna probably bring back something like The Last Airbender, but fuck up the entire series and retcon a bunch of bullshit. And it'd be the worst thing that come out of Avatar. Just like
this Netflix Airbender.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Just like Dragon Ball Super was to GT and Z. But everyone's gonna like that, but hate on stuff like GT and say it's better than Z. This is gonna be the same fucking situation. Because these fans are fucking stupid.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm not hating on anybody that likes Korra. Like I said, I liked the series, and I liked that how she instantly had 3 out of the 4 elements just down pat, and that one just absolutely was unreachable, and then she finally gets it and loses the other 3. I absolutely loved that. I loved how she had to, how she basically had to retrain herself to become the Avatar. My problem is Or well, of course, with Tenzin's help. But the point is, my problem became when they suddenly decided to make her the reboot Avatar. When when they decided to cut off everything that had happened in the past and suddenly make her the the new ancient one, the new guardian spirit. And I'm just like,
That
you
was
lost me.
that was one of my like biggest issues with it. I was like, not one of, but it's like, yeah, it's one of my biggest issues. Like, you didn't have to kill off all the connections. Now I get it. I totally understand. Yudon Lock was a powerful fucking character, but even then, that was kind of, I don't know, just getting rid of Korra's past connections was kind of,
Well, and blocking her from those past connections was one thing. Destroying those past connections was what I took issue with.
Yeah, it's like you did not have to do that, and I feel like there was some propaganda there, but that was due to the writers because they don't know what they're doing. But that was a big mistake that they made. Hopefully, they can fix it or do some retcons. Who fucking knows? An actual retcon that makes sense. At least like make it to where like she can find a way to get back to her past connections with the other avatars due to
Or
some
whoever the
final,
next avatar is finds a way to do it,
Hey,
yeah,
it's
or something
Stevie.
like that.
What's
Sorry,
up?
the
Holy
alert
shit!
didn't
I have
alert
not
me
seen
until
you in
now.
the stream in so long.
Meanwhile, I gotta be going to drop my brother off to work. Nothing much
All
for
right.
me except be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And remember, giant robots are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they
And
are.
Yes, they are.
if anybody disses on the mecha genre, y'all know where you're heading.
I got one thing to say to you, Matt.
That's right, baby.
Giant monsters are better.
Oh, Jesus.
I prefer Mecha straight up.
Kaiju over mecha any day of the
I
week.
took a break from Animal Crossing for this.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I mean, basically, we're just trying to actually, be a little like realistic with like, some of the facts that all these like, social justice weirdos ever do is they sit around and then they actually say that oh, we actually have to hate on freaking gamers because God forbid, we actually have to deal with all these like social justice weirdos freaking saying over on like places like Reset Era, Twitter, and other places saying gamers are evil. Their games actually suck. You
I
can't have.
told my dad about how people threw a fit about Paramount being like, you know what? Maybe we should listen to the fans of Sonic since they're going to be the ones seeing the movie. And he basically said, I'm sorry, I thought that was the whole point of making money was to please the people who was buying your shit.
Yep.
Exactly.
Not when those people are bigots.
yeah, and something.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. When it comes to freaking SJW saying, "Oh, your video game sucking up." See, these people wouldn't like it if they went up to a person who's like, "You're a misogynist," boom, right in the fucking face, and just punches them right in the fucking face.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, I would too, because
Yeah,
I'd love
honestly,
it.
that's what people need to start
what-
fucking doing. Because I'm
What
tired
the
of people sitting
Wookiees
in
don't
back.
seem to get is if they would actually buy the shit they demand, Hollywood wouldn't eventually be like, you know what, we're not making money here. We need to go back to what makes us money. But the Wookiees don't get that. And then they get all pissy, and then it's like, well, you didn't buy the shit. I ain't buying the shit because it's shit. But you're going to get pissy that the thing you wanted didn't succeed because you didn't buy any fucking thing?
Yeah, because basically they want us to actually be as miserable as they are. That's their whole objective.
Yeah, and that's not going to last for long because one day somebody's going to snap and beat the shit out of them.
I talked to my neighbor because she brought me home because it was late at night when she and her husband were finally able to get home. but
Yeah.
she's biracial, so basically, if you can't trust her on this, who can you trust? I told her the stupidity about the whole orcs being black people thing and how they used the most racist stereotype with black people that the orcs also conveniently have to point out it was black people. And she's like, well, that basically shows how racist they are, because if that's what you use to, prove a point. And we talked about how they couldn't go for like physical traits, like maybe the orcs have a big nose or something, genetics and stuff. No, my impression of a Wookiee, we're gonna focus on the most horrible stereotypes of the orcs and say that's what equates it to black people. We're basically implying black people are savage and rapists.
Well,
Woohoo!
I'm gonna say this from understanding, since I've been in certain areas where black people were more predominantly the people there. There are cases where they are savages and they do sometimes do the R word. Yeah, there are people who do that in those areas, but here's the thing: there's people who do it in other places too.
Yep.
But in the inner city, that's where a lot of that is very prevalent. A lot of them do a lot of fucked up shit. People seem to miss that every time we're talking about these fucking people.
Look, all I'm saying is basically I don't like woke shit. So the minute someone says, "Oh, well, it's because orcs are savage and rapists," I'm gonna be like, "So that's what you think of black people?" Just to see them try to backpedal and be like, "No, that's not how I see black people." I'm like, then why the fuck did you choose that out of anything of an orc to say it shows that it's basically black people, huh? Why
Maybe
that?
because they have this fucking notion in their mind that orcs are, I don't know, some kind of downplayed fucking race. I don't know. These people are stupid. I can't get
Orcs
into their
are
mind.
an orc. They've been around since at least Tolkien, if not longer.
Yeah.
Seriously, these
Longer,
people,
but yeah.
these people really need to get a firm ass beating, man. I'm just waiting to get my fucking chance. I hate these fucking woke people, man, so much.
Not too firm at first though, because we all want to take a few hits.
Yeah, exactly. This is why
Basically, that scene from Airplane where the woman's going crazy and you have a line of people just slapping her.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Get a hold of yourself! And then you're seeing this whole line. There's even a nun.
Didn't the nun get back in line after she did it?
Oh my god, that's how you know you want to fuck somebody up, when you get back in line for seconds.
That's pretty much what I'd be if we were all given the chance to slap Amber Heard.
Oh.
I'd wait in line, slap her, get in line, wait again, slap her, get in line again.
You
would
say
lose
slap,
a lot
but
of weight just to have the chance to slap her multiple times.
Yeah, you say slap, but I don't think what we would be using would. I mean, I think rending flesh from bone probably constitutes as more than a slap.
I'm going to be honest
But then
with you.
she doesn't suffer if she ends up dying of infection.
I know, because if
We
I
want her
slapped
to
her, literally
suffer.
her fucking eyeballs and all the fucking organs from her head is gonna fly out of her fucking skull if I slapped her.
So what you're saying is you hate women.
No, I don't. I hate stupid motherfuckers and motherfuckers.
And I know that, but I was, that's the kind of horse shit that they say, and every freaking time, but if you got a problem with one woman, then you hate women.
Oh, in my case,
It's just-
it's internal misogyny because I find something stupid.
Mhm.
Well, and
And-
I'll tell them, well, I think you're an eternal pedophile because really you be hiding kids in your fucking basement, but you use feminism as a way to get away with it, you fucking bitch. That's why
Oh
I'll tell
yeah,
you.
Mr. Anime, did you I think I posted it on the Otaku Squad, but it was a screenshot of Blitz from Hell of a Boss and Verosica, the succubus. Basically, I labeled Verosica people who love reskinning of characters as queer, and I put for Blitz me who finds it insulting that I should be grateful for a reskin of a character instead of getting something original.
I don't think I've actually seen that one. So, but also,
I'll
I just actually
repost
got.
it.
Yeah.
What's
Anyway, I just actually got this, and basically, it's called Arcana. It's kind of like a mix between Venom and like a Spider. It's like Spider-Man, but it's more like erotic and stuff like that.
Oh God.
It's a total good
Erotica
read.
Man.
But yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
in fact,
Does she have any powers with the liquidy substance?
Yep,
actually,
and and multiple personality. Yeah.
Okay,
in fact,
I reposted it, Mr. A.
okay. Well, anyway, if you guys can see it, there we go.
So she has
turns out-
powers. That's cool.
But here's the thing: it turns out that the suit is someone like Venom, and that's what
Yeah.
actually gives her powers. In fact, here's some of the more good stuff, more goody goods.
Oh shoot. Where's Spider-Man? Duh. I would actually like to see him in that one.
Let me know when you see the screenshot I posted in general, okay, Mr. A?
Hang on. Besides, I should actually have it come up. So, whoop.
I see it.
All right, hold on. Let me try pulling up my Twitter real quick.
Also, anyone who sees it and still has Twitter, you can post it there because alas, Twitter has nuked me again.
Again? What'd you do this time?
Apparently calling someone a motherfucker was not a good thing.
Oh, please don't turn it to YouTube, Twitter. You already fucked up with the whole SGW thing. Don't turn it to YouTube.
Oh, hold on. That's sound joke for 45, but this is why I always have a backup. This is why I always have Discord. In case anybody actually, gets heated off of Twitter, we have a backup.
Well, like I said, if anyone hasn't been yeeted off of Twitter that sees the picture, please post it because I want people to realize it's not a thing of no one not wanting queer representation. It's a thing of it's insulting to take characters that were originally straight and making them queer instead of giving us our own thing. You know why I like Luce? Because she was bisexual from the start. Amity was a lesbian from the start. It wasn't, oh, we're dating guys, oh, but suddenly I want to doink you because you got the mighty vagina.
Exactly. Because, basically, at least the Owl House actually focuses on a story. It focuses on character development. Not like, freaking who they're sleeping with.
But Dee Dee, didn't you know? Didn't you know? Same-sex friends don't exist. You two guys can't be friends with each other. Two girls can't be friends with each other. They must be secretly trying to get it on.
Oh my God! This is like the stupidity of if you were a boy and you were friends with a girl. Ooh, is that your girlfriend? No. Just because she's the opposite sex doesn't mean she's someone's partner.
Are you sure? Because they keep telling us that they told us over and over again how true that was, and now
That's
Bisexual-
bullshit. I fucking
my
hate when people do
bisexual
say shit
ass-
like that.
Yep. Yeah.
My bisexual ass is friends with many girls, but I'm not like, so do you want to drop your panties for me?
Or they'll say the same thing to you in return, and it's like it's fucking ridiculous. Like, okay,
Oh,
let's
don't tell me you've never said that as a joke, though. Don't tell me you've never walked in and been like, I'm feeling sad, lonely, and desperate. Which one of y'all are getting it tonight?
But yeah, pretty
No,
much,
because my friends are kind of straight.
and that's fine. See, they canceled the Loud House is because it was actually good and it was honest.
I thought it was because the creator was a child diddler.
Wait, what?
I didn't know any of this. I didn't know that it had been canceled already.
Of course, I saw this on the internet, so grain of salt.
So he was. Jesus fucking Christ.
No, wait, that was the creator of Ren and Stimpy. The guy who created the Owl House kept harassing his female employees.
They equate that to the same level of terrible nowadays. They can't decide out of the two which one's worse.
Oh, Dan Schneider is a horrible, horrible guy.
Yeah.
A girl actually got blacklisted in acting because her mother actually said to Dan Schneider, "Why the hell you gotta look at my daughter's feet? Because Dan Schneider has a foot fetish," and it's like, I see. You're gonna punish this girl because her mother had a rightful question of why the fuck you gotta look at a child's feet, you pervert.
It's fucking disgusting.
What's up, dude?
Seriously.
Not much. I'm at work. I'm on my break.
Cool.
I know I hear something in the background, and I'm sorry that you have to go through that because people are so fucking loud and rude, and I totally get it, Silent Joker.
And
what?
I'm sorry. I'm
Never
sorry.
mind.
But if I brought my child, hypothetical here, or my nieces, nephews, cousins, whatever, that are child age, and the guy's like, okay, take off your shoes so we can see if you're worthy of being in the show, and be like, I think we're done here, and I'd be taking my hypothetical child, my nieces, nephews, what have you, home.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Because
nope,
there's no
you're not
reason you
actually
should be
doing it.
looking at my child's feet.
Exactly.
If you want to look at some
basically-
feet, look at a real woman's feet. That's my thing. Why the fuck you gotta go and look at a child? Fucking.
And then
Also,
when you find out about Dan Schneider, any shows he did, like all that and stuff that you watched as a kid, you start remembering all the skits that had people without their shoes on and stepping in stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
yes.
God.
Yeah, I
yes,
barely
sir.
remember because I didn't watch a lot of it because I just felt like but yeah.
Well, yeah, but
What?
suddenly
No.
it does though. When you get to
We
thinking
were
about
talking
it, you're like,
the
oh god.
Loud House. We were talking about the Loud House.
oh,
Loud.
The Loud House, not the Owl House.
Loud.
yeah. In fact, it's actually really sad though. But
Yeah, people keep saying that the reason Disney is canceling the Owl House is because of the fact it has a story arc, whereas they'd rather a show where it's episodic, so no matter what episode's on, you're not missing anything. And I'm like, find it very funny that a couple shows like the DuckTales reboot and Gravity Falls were allowed to have arcs, but the Owl House gets canceled because it's not episodic. I don't care what anyone says. It's obviously because of the fact there's queer representation. Because how many movies has Disney had where they say, and our first gay character, but there's only enough footage so that they can cut it out for Chinese release?
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, but that's the whole point. That's the
And
whole
they've had
point.
like 20 first gay characters.
Yeah.
I am tired.
Yeah.
I can't do it today.
all we want, and basically, anime does it so much better because basically, when you actually watch anime, it's actually just done naturally. It's done, it doesn't really focus on who they're sleeping with. It focuses on the story and the plot and the characteristics.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that adults think kids are too stupid because I remember the English dub when we had the Outer Senshi show up. I looked at Uranus and Neptune and I'm like, these two act like lovers than cousins. And then when I
Oh
found
my
out what
God,
incest
man.
was as a child, I was like, oh God, they're incestual. The only plus side of them being two women is there won't be children with like 8 thumbs on their hands.
Man, listen, man. Don't make me play the song today. Don't make me play the song. Don't make me play the song today. I'll
And
grill
I
that
was
shit
like,
today, boy.
I was like 9, 10 years old at the time. When a 10-year-old realizes there's something wrong with this scene, with them being cousins and acting like lovers, you're an asshole for assuming that we're too stupid to not get anything.
Yeah, the old phrase "kissing cousins" did exist, but I don't think that's what it meant.
Yeah, man, that shit. Shit is weird.
It's just freaking ridiculous how this time frame is actually just worth the senses of all these younger generation.
One of my adult comics has a joke where this big tittied girl is going to try out to be Sailor Moon and stuff in a porn parody, and she ends up sleeping with Uranus and Neptune, and she says, so am I good enough to play one of your cousins? And they're like, you're good enough to play one of our sisters. I'm like, you see, even the porn parody is making a joke about it.
That's actually really funny though.
God damn, man.
Damn, that's funny.
I'm like,
when
what
the
the
porn
fuck,
parody is
man?
making a joke
Funimation,
of
you
it,
dropped
you
the
messed
ball,
up.
man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, anyway, well, Edie, Son of Joker, I don't know if you guys might have actually seen this or not, but I've actually got this the other day. It's actually a pretty good read.
Ooh.
It's kind of like an erotic version of Spider-Man, like mixed with Venom and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah, man. I've been thinking about this stuff, and I'm like, like I think about all the times where people's like, "Oh, anime sucks" and all of that, and I used to be one of those people who's like, "Yeah, the anime fan base is rather toxic as fuck," and I've seen how these people act. But I came across Mr. Anime, I was like, and now I'm gonna be honest, I was like, "Oh my god, he's probably a guy who lives in his basement." That's what I thought initially, and then I looked at his content, I was like, "Huh, he's actually pretty cool, and he doesn't act like a complete dickhead." So I started watching his content more, and I'm like, okay, now I understand that not everyone is a fucking asshole in the anime community. It's some
Also,
people actually want to do some good things in it too.
I've been watching The Ghost of Molly McGee, and while it's not like, the Owl House or Amphibia, it's still a fun show to watch. But my God, people are at it again. Oh, the main character stood next to this one girl. She must be in a relationship with him. And it's like,
I love that Bob's Burgers gif. Well, yeah, they make a great couple, don't they? Well, they are certainly standing next to each other.
exactly.
if I can ever
It's so stupid.
if I can ever get my idea for a show referencing pop culture off the ground, it'll be the same one where I made the thing about a woman being so ugly in a piece of media that one of the female characters grows a penis just long enough for it to be sucked back into her body. That she says, this woman is so hideous, my body had to manifest male genitalia just to suck it in. she's that ugly.
Woo!
But
Oh,
Hmm.
God.
but
Are parts of
basically,
that ugly?
I'm gonna have a scene where one of the main characters stands by some background character of the same sex buying cookies, accidentally bumps them, and then starts screaming at people who are like, "Oh," saying, "Just because I bumped into her doesn't mean I'm having sex with her."
Oh, God. Man, I'm also playing, like I said before, I'm actually playing on poking fun at both Magical Girl Friendship Squad and High Guardian Spice in my Magical Girl series.
Oh yeah, Dionysus did a thing that I gotta look at. I've been so busy with watching my neighbor's kids, I haven't had time to do much of a lot of things, and any free time I had, I've been playing my Switch more because I finally got Nintendo Online, so games become a lot more fun when you can access the internet.
Yeah, exactly. And also, just to actually say this, Neo, I stand by 3 goals of my YouTube channel. One is to actually help either rebuild or heal the anime community with positive vibes. I know it's a little easier said than done, but I'm actually gonna need help with that part because basically we're actually dealing with all these social justice weirdos and all these big anime elitists that don't even care about their fans. Well, I care about the fans. I care about anime as a whole. In fact,
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to get my voice out there.
Well, YouTube right now does not seem like the place because right now YouTube is about. And I'm not. We're not going to say the name of that website. We're not going to give these faggot trolls the outlet. So, like I said, man, it's ridiculous. Like YouTube, they're taking.
And
We're gonna take away the dislike count.
also,
Yeah,
this
dude.
pisses me off about the Owl House being canceled, which again, I think it's because of queer representation. Because I'm sorry, we had other shows like hell, Amphibia that's still on the air is an example of how the whole stupidity of the reason the Owl House is getting canceled is because it's not episodic. I am sorry, but how come Gravity Falls got to finish out its arc? How come DuckTales got to do it? How come Amphibia is getting to do it? But when it comes to the Owl House, it's getting canceled. The only difference I can see is queer representation. And it pisses me off because the Owl House is one of the few Western animations I can actually suggest to someone and not feel like I'm awful because it's crap. I look at High
Well,
Guardian Spice and I'm like, oh, the designs are so cute, but the writing and stuff is so garbage. And that bullshit that they have a diverse cast and crew when everyone is a loaf of white bread. That's bullshit.
Yeah, and the only thing that was diverse in that group was the hair colors.
yeah. Well, and Didi, the thing is, it's not about the actual diversity. It's the fact that it was presented in a healthy manner. They can't have that because they're not. We're not allowed to see that yet. They have to build up to that. We have to be force fed whatever their version of a healthy, LGBT
But
plus relationship is.
but Luce and Amity started out as antagonists to each other, and they didn't even get together until like the middle of the second season.
It definitely was a lot better than Shira and Ketra in this in that last Shira
still
series.
don't like that ship. It's like Joker and Harley Quinn, and you know how many people I see that are like, Harley should stay away from Joker, and I'm like, yes, I agree. Joker is a terrible person, and even if
Yes, but so is Harley Quinn. She's a freaking psycho too.
My point is, but because lesbians we're supposed to look the other way, that it's basically like Joker and Harley Quinn, only with 2 pussies. 3 if you want to include what Catra is.
Yes, but there's. I knew you were going to go there. But the thing is that it's actually more in depth than that because they're they've been trying to break up that the SJWs have actually been trying to break up the Joker and Harley Quinn. That's why they're trying to push Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy together so much, because if you're going to be in a codependent abusive relationship, it has to be with somebody of the same sex. The difference is that the Joker was the primary abuser in their relationship, whereas Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn codependently abuse each other
Well, I'm gonna be
regularly.
honest. I never really saw Ivy as abusive to Harley.
At all.
Well, I'm
And
talking about the
also,
newer comics, though.
The newer comics,
Study
I don't read
Chaser.
that garbage because it's not real comics. What is it with cartoon creators wanting to bring LGBT themes in their show? I have no fucking clue.
That's
yeah, well,
actually
the
what.
Owl House.
Later,
the Owl
Silent
House
Joker.
Look, the Owl House is a good example of how to do queer representation right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the creator was the one who revealed that Amity is a lesbian and Luce is bisexual. This wasn't a thing of, oh, by the way, I like dick and pussy. No, you were given hints that Luce was bisexual, and you were given hints that Amity at least liked girls, if not bisexual as well, like Luce. It wasn't a thing of every 5 minutes. Oh, by the way, I'm gay. I love the dick and or pussy, depending on the sex. No, no, and I hate that because it's like, are you really thinking people have the attention span of a fucking gnat?
Well, because Dio's not here to say it, I'll say it. Oh my.
It sounds a lot better when you say it because when he say it, it's like, oh God.
Doesn't Dio say ara ara?
Well, yeah. I ain't going that far. I've got limits.
Thank you. Oh fuck. I can understand if DD did it.
Besides, this is coming from the guy that already talked about a shirtless redneck fucking a dragon earlier. So
I missed
shirtless
that
redneck
like
conversation.
Joe Dirt in the Game of Thrones,
I
What?
missed that conversation.
Oh
Yeah, y'all came on right after that.
God. Fucking weird.
Basically,
How the fuck
we're
are you
all just a
fucking
bunch of
dragging?
misfits. But here's the thing.
Misfits.
I'm really glad to actually have you guys aboard with my crazy ass shenanigans, because I really prefer having you guys actually with me, because this actually lets us actually get our frustrations out. It actually has a chance to actually help us actually build better bonds, and this is what we do. As for the other two, besides actually trying to rebuild the anime community and or heal it as best as possible, I've also actually wanted to actually
You roboted.
In the porn industry though, the island of misfit toys takes on a whole new meaning.
Oh God! But also the other
Vibey, the vibrator. No one wants a vibrator named Vibey.
But the other two reasons are the fact that I'm actually looking for a fan base I can be proud of and know that I have their backs and they have mine, and also to actually have fun with the videos that I usually make. Whether it's actually videos, live streams, we're just having fun.
I actually have an idea for a show using Dungeons and Dragons as a basis. But I have a character that is going to be transgender, but the only one who will know she's transgendered is the Aarakocra she'll be traveling with before she meets the other human characters that have ended up in this mythical land. I haven't named it yet, so don't ask the name. And the Aarakocra, whose name is Chili Bell, is going to be like, when it comes time for introductions and stuff, stuff, the character that's transgender is gonna panic and hesitate, and Chili Bell's gonna be like, her name's Joanna, just Joanna, which will be a hint to people that maybe there's something about her, you know. Give hints. If you can't figure out someone's sexuality from hints, then you don't deserve representation, or you don't deserve to know anyway. Because holy shit, how thick are you not to realize, hey, there's something up about it? Hell, the fact that Joanna's going to be flat chested should kind of hint at the fact that Joanna is transgendered. She hasn't gone through the surgery yet to, get the ample melons.
And of course, the apathetic Black Queen says bisexual characters will be great sexuality for me. Pretty interesting.
Well, thankfully, we got Luz. Sad the Owl House is being ended by quote unquote not episodic episodes, even though Disney has been doing a lot more shows. So again, I am thinking it's because queer representation, because before I got yeeted off of Twitter again, Alex Hirsch drugged Disney during June because he was pissed when they were like, oh, we're all for the queer community. And he's like, you fucking liars. I wanted a woman in the Love God episode get with another woman, and you told me no. I had to wait till the show ended before I could get Blubs and the other, I forget the other guy's name, but he's the partner to Blubs.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he was dragging Disney like, you are so fucking full of it. And it's like, holy shit, you pissed off Bill Cipher. You never want to piss off Bill Cipher.
Oh, have y'all seen that clip where Bill Cipher, where Alex Hirsch plays Bill Cipher in The Simpsons?
Suckers!
That was fucking hilarious. I laughed so damn hard. I don't even watch The Simpsons, but I saw that clip, and of course we remember, his iconic "buy gold, buy," and so when he's like, "Buy crypto, suckers," I laughed way too long and way too hard. It was glorious. That was a great reference.
I am gonna be honest. I really thought when I heard that they were gonna have Bill Cipher in an episode, it was gonna be like the Treehouse of Horrors,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But making him another version of Loki was really also very clever.
all I know is I'm sure plenty of fans were upset when it turned out that King was not a reincarnated Bill Cipher. Which is a shame because it had so much for fanfic writing potential, but I'm not going to get upset because, I'm sorry, King is adorable. I want to plush it.
I don't know the shenanigans he always gets into,
I want a plushie King, and when he gets upset, he makes that squeaking noise, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's so freaking. That was hilarious, and it even actually made Ida laugh. Oh.
My friend has actually written My Hero Academia crossover with the Owl House. She gave Luce a quirk called Fairy Lights. And it's because of the fact that and Fairy Lights is because, one, we know Luce is into, fantasy and stuff, so the fairy part makes sense. And two, considering a lot of names of My Hero Academia somehow relate to one's quirk, or in Izuku's case being the 9th user of one for all, Luce being given Fairy Lights is because her name means light.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Besides, I was also thinking of actually having like a gay character for my Magical Girl series, and he can actually serve as the protagonist's friend, and he actually finds out that he's actually a magical murder girl and all.
I want to see a gay character in any piece of media be like, oh my fucking god, I never thought I'd say this, but can we get some straight couples, please? Oh my god, I'm been oversaturated.
Yeah, that's what the problem pretty much try to do as well. Like, try to actually just call out the hypocrisy of like all these like wokey companies trying to actually pander to the LGBT, and he's like, seriously, oh my god, you're just actually oversaturating things. Can't we just actually enjoy something? And he also even enjoyed ripping on freaking High Guardian Spice.
I'm also gonna say this. I swear to God, if the one sister to the main character of Encanto is confirmed a lesbian, I'm gonna scream to the fucking roof, because it's like, once again, you chose the most stereotypical person to be the lesbian, and it's because the sister has super strength and is muscular. I'm so fucking tired of that.
See, and that's the thing. I mean, I'm in Oklahoma. I know a lot of strong hay baling girls that are that still like men. That's the thing. What we really need is a good old fashioned character pairing where the woman is more masculine and the guy is more, and I don't mean effeminate like gay acting. I mean like
well,
he's
we
just
kind of had
into
something like that in the original Rugrats with
that's what
Betty
I'm talking
and her
about.
husband
That's
Howard.
that's what I'm getting at. We need a Betty and Howard for the action genre. And it'd be really cool if she's like the Conan the Barbarian type, and he's like the the magical girl type. Like the way he gets his transformations, and his suit is all bright colored and everything, and he's more on the he's built more for dexterity, and for speed, and she's more of a powerhouse tank, but they're still together. They're still very attracted to each other, and they're still, she's still very feminine when she needs to be, and he's still very masculine when he needs to be, and that'd be in the bedroom.
Pissed me off about the reboot of the Rugrats, because it's like,
oh god, I'm still pissed off about that.
Betty and Howard. Betty was the more masculine one, while Howard was the stay-at-home while she worked. You missed the whole point.
No, Howard worked from home. Howard did have a job, but he worked from home. That was you remember that episode where Phil and Lil kept getting into his office, and Betty stopped them because they were getting into all of his calculator and accounting stuff. Like he worked from home, and that was the whole point. Like she was some kind of gym instructor or something, and he was and he did some kind of accounting job, but but regardless, the point was that, and there were times that she had messed with him. It seemed like she was emasculating him, but she never took it too far. There were times they fought, and they fought more than the other couples in the show.
But Howard also was willing to defend her. If you remember that episode where we had basically something akin to the Hatfields and McCoys, where Tommy's parents and Phil and Lil's parents were fighting with each other, and it eventually takes Chucky's dad to be like, your children are missing and you're still fighting over a stupid game of charades? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and also, Dionysus actually says, sad face, and Dee Dee is here too. That sucks, I'm still here at work.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
Babysit. I'm sorry.
We're sorry, man.
Wait, what happened?
Dio's in the chat. He checked in on us, and he's lamenting the fact that he's not here with us, live on stream. Me and Dee Dee, neither one have really been on a whole lot lately, and it's.
I can't help it. I agreed to babysit. I can't exactly be swearing like a sailor in front of children.
I know. And basically,
Of course you can, and tell their parents that you're charging extra for the vocabulary lesson.
Considering the kids aren't allowed to watch Food Wars or B&A Brand New Animal, no.
Dang.
No.
Dang.
Which is a shame because I'm sure the boys would love B&A. Maybe I could get a better variety of gift ideas for the one kid if he wasn't limited to only Beyblade.
And I wouldn't show a kid anime just yet. Well, I'll show him some, but I'll show him the basics. Then, as he gets older, I'll show him the good stuff.
Yeah, like why not start it off with like Miyazaki and stuff, like like Kiki's Delivery Service, House Movie Castle, The Secret World of Arietti, Ponyo.
Yeah,
Or
Pokemon
and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, and then when you get to a certain age, then we'll give you the other shit.
But apparently the boys have watched Dragon Ball Z. So I don't get why they're not allowed to watch B&A.
Dragon Ball Z is way more violent. I don't know why. I wouldn't even let my kid watch Dragon Ball Z yet. This is coming from a massive Dragon Ball fan, and I wouldn't let him watch that yet.
Well, that's my point. DBZ is a lot more violent and possibly raunchy.
Yeah, but Neo, man, we can I can see you telling your kid, they're like, well, what about Dragon Ball Super, Dad? And you're like, not till you're grown and out of my house.
Yeah.
We do not talk about that shame.
We are not talking about that garbage. You are not going to be growing up like these rainbow monkey faggots watching that shit.
No.
I'm just going to say this. The only reason we got Dragon Ball Super is because they didn't use anything Toriyama gave them for the movie that was made. The one where Goku's in high school instead of living in the woods somewhere.
I know.
And it was basically his way of what a movie would be. And I'm like, thanks, Hollywood. We have to suffer with Super now. I blame you.
Yeah, now we have to suffer with half that, man. I'm going to hold that. Because I was on a stream. I wasn't on the stream. I was in a chat of a dude that I like. And then this idiot came on and said, oh, Super is buried in GT. And he was sucking off Super. I was like, I posted something into his Discord server where I told the both of them, I clicked Alpha Omega, and when he was like, shut the fuck up. And fanboys died. That's what I did.
Okay, look. I'm not a fan of GT either, but if I was told which one I had to was forced to watch, I'd be like, I'll take GT.
Well, and that's the thing. I did love GT, but the thing is that the moment the moment Akira Toriyama decided to mention a multiverse, GT is never gone. It'll never truly be gone because it exists now. All of them freaking exist now.
This shit fucking always existed. That's my point.
Well, yeah, it did. But the point is that my biggest problem with Super is what little of it I have seen and what I've heard of. It sounds like this man came back after years of saying he was retired, he was done. He's like, you know what? I wouldn't mind a paycheck again. And he shows up. But he's writing it like he's writing a fan fiction of his own shit that he created. He's just like, you know what? Let's write this as ridiculously as I possibly can push out, and it does.
I'm just gonna say this. The only thing I like from Super, and it's because of the English dub. This was before the whole bullshit with firing Vic and stuff, but the Goku Black Arc, when all the future soldiers and stuff are trying to shoot at Goku, and future Trunks runs up yelling, "Don't shoot! This man isn't black!" I started cracking up.
Oh my god.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, they wanted to say that fucking shit. I already know that was like, yeah, let's just say something intentional, but we're gonna try to leave it under the cracks, even though the internet is gonna know what we mean.
Well, jokes aside, we all know that if anybody besides the MCU, if any indie comic or anyone else, do y'all remember in Spider-Man Far From Home in the basically what I consider the MCU epilogue? Anyway, y'all remember what they called him in Italy? What they called him when he was wearing the black suit?
No.
No.
They referred to this Spider-Man in an all-black suit as, and I quote, Night Monkey.
Uh,
Okay,
Well,
and
okay, that would have been so bad if it had been Miles Morales.
yeah, see, and that's what I'm talking about. That's, I mean, and the fact is that it's funny, but not for the reason they think it's funny. We're laughing at them, not with them.
Yeah,
anyway,
well,
guys,
You know how many people would be up in arms if that was used for Miles Morales?
yeah, that would be like a really bad thing. But anyway, guys, I think it's actually high time that we wrap this up. So let's get our final goodbyes out of the way, and it's actually fun having you all here. So, Dee, why don't you start us off?
For the love of God, Disney, stop canceling stuff because there's queer representation. And don't give me that crap, it's because it's not episodic, because then you'd be canceling Amphibia too because it's not episodic. Don't give me that bullcrap, Disney. We all know the reason why you don't want to keep Owl House going.
All right. Well, Arcana Lover. I mean, Neo.
you can call me a Cano lover. That's fine. The only thing I have to say is Key Rocket and Dragon and SJWs or Social Joe, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Well, one day I'm gonna get a chance to fuck one of you all up because you fucking you're ruining the shit that we all care about. You know, and I think everyone in this stream can agree and identify with that.
All right, Bubba.
Well, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, just remember that as the holiday season arrives and these people want to tell us what, between costumes and gift giving and what's insensitive and which one of our relatives are good people or which ones we need to throw by the wayside, just remember this. Most of them are alone, miserable, and crying over their computer screen, while the rest of us are actually gathered in groups of 10 or more, enjoying our fucking holidays.
Ugh, tell me about it.
In any event, thank you very much for having me on, and thank you for letting me rant and ramble a few times, because I really needed it. It was very cathartic. All of you have a great, wonderful day, and if I don't get to say it before then, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I got to work Thanksgiving, guys. So basically, I'm gonna have to actually not be able to do a live stream for Thanksgiving, though, since I have to work.
Well, considering I am having Thanksgiving dinner with my father, I would hope you wouldn't have a stream on that day.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you actually being here. I appreciate you all actually, stopping by and actually listening to all of us, rant and ramble and actually having all this kind of fun. And I appreciate you guys coming on board and dealing with our craziness. And I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. But as always, guys, thanks for coming on board. Just remember these 3 things: respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, anime is freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, sign, everyone.
Peace out.
Goodbye.